go.
Hello guys, Mr. Austin 1990 here. It's going to be a new video from myself today. For today's video, we're going to be looking at some ex-Leeds players who currently play in the Premier League. Now, the reason behind this video is, of course, Chris Wood has just left the club today for a fee believed to be 15 to 18 million pounds. And it got me thinking, you know what? How many ex-Leeds players are actually currently in the Premier League? Now, I must stress, currently in the Premier League. There's obviously been ones who've gone to the Premier League, been relegated and whatnot, but you'll see a few of them in here. And if I've missed anybody, please let me know in the comment section below. But I was thinking, and I thought there was a lot more than this, but there isn't as many as I thought. But here we go into the first one. Now, the first one you'll see on your screen right now is Kasper Schmeichel. The FIFA card you see there is one of the earlier FIFAs. We did sign him, I do believe, from Notts County, when it was a strange one many years ago, and now of course he's gone on to great things and has actually won the Premier League with Leicester, which is fantastic for him. I've based that FIFA 18 card on his exact FIFA 17 starter stats, so don't quote that. He'll probably be a lot better than that, I'd imagine, in FIFA 18. But that's his card on FIFA 17 in the FIFA 18 format, thanks to Footwiz. But, you know, he was at Leeds for a little bit. I think it was only about a season, not too long. And we sold him for about £1 million. So, yeah, he's definitely worth a crazy lot more than that. But if I'm not mistaken, I think we do have a kind of like a sell-on fee. So if Leicester do manage to sell him for whatever amount of money, I think Leeds do get a percentage. Not too sure exactly what it is. But that's always nice to have in a deal going forward for a player like that, because he was, you know, he's bound to become great, wasn't he, with his dad and whatnot. We move to the next player now, which is going to be Charlie Taylor, a new one this season. Just moved to Burnley, of course. He had a couple of seasons at Leeds after a loan spell at Fleetwood, I believe it was. But he hasn't got many FIFA cards. I mean, that FIFA card you see on the left-hand side there is actually last year's FIFA, as in FIFA 16. And then obviously FIFA 17 we're in currently. And then FIFA 18 is exactly what the card you see on your right. But that's his FIFA 17 stats yet again. Now, I don't know exactly what kind of stats FIFA will give him. He had a good season for Leeds last season, but he didn't play as many games as, you know, he probably wanted to, because he always knew he was going to leave on a free. We didn't actually end up leaving on a free because he went to a Premier League club. We did get about, I think it was 5 to 7 million kind of for him. So Burnley have shifted a good amount of money to us. Hopefully we can spend it quite well. But there he is, Charlie Taylor, another Premier League player. Hope he does quite well. He's a good player. A little bit of a dick attitude the way he left Leeds, not refusing to play on the last game. But, you know, he's done good for us, so you can't really complain too much. The next player is Lewis Cook. Now, that is his basic card. His first ever FIFA card on the left there. It almost reminds me of the days when Paul Pogba had that bronze and he got that massive upgrade, because Lewis Cook is always better than that, but obviously FIFA didn't know that, the FIFA gods and EA, whatever. But he's obviously moved to Bournemouth. I think it was a good move for him to move to Bournemouth. Went on to win the Under-20 World Cup with England as well, so he's having a really good summer. I don't know if he's getting a lot of game time for Bournemouth, but he's definitely in and around the team, which is nice. He was getting in the Leeds team quite a lot. You know, I do miss him at the sense, but I've also think Leeds have adequate centre midfield cover now to not really crave him so much, if you know what I'm saying. But it's a good move for him for Bournemouth. He's in the Premier League now. I hope Bournemouth do quite well. Not got anything against Lewis Cook for leaving. I think it was a good move for him at the time, because it was under Chilino and we were going nowhere. But now we're going somewhere, and hopefully we can meet him in the Premier League next season if Bournemouth stay up. But moving on to the next one is going to be Sam Byram. Now, this is another one who entered the Premier League. He is currently playing for West Ham. I think he is getting a fair amount of game time there, which is fair play to him. A lot of these players you're seeing are silvers in the Premier League, because that's about the standard EA based them on. I think Byram, out of the three you've just seen, Taylor, Cook, Byram, for me personally, I think Cook's the best potential player, but I think Byram was probably the best all-round player. I thought he was really good for Leeds. He scored a few goals. We played him on the right wing a little bit as well, which is a weird... We did that a few times actually. I think we played Charlie Taylor at left wing for a few games as well. Then we're just trying to convert our fullbacks into wingers, which didn't really do us any benefit. But he's playing for West Ham. They've not had a great start to their season. But, you know, fair play to him. He's playing in the Premier League as well. Move on to the next one now. We've got Robert Snodgrass. Now, this is one of the ones which is a bit iffy, because he is in the Premier League as this video is being done, but he is getting linked with a loan move away to Aston Villa and a couple of other clubs in the Championship. So maybe that one might not be a Premier League player when you see this video down the line. But that's his first ever Leeds card on the left there. You see he was a 67 rated left winger. with some pretty poor stats, really, for a left winger. No physical, no pace. He's all right dribbling for 67, I suppose. But he's never really the paciest sort. As you can see, his current card on FIFA now only has 66 pace. He isn't a rapid winger, but he definitely has got a little bit of ability about him. If Leeds can bring him back, I would not complain, that is for damn sure. But at this moment in time, he is a West Ham player, so he's currently a Premier League player. The next player on your screen is, of course, Chris Wood. This one has just happened literally moments ago. I'm recording this video at 2 PM. I think he started at about 1:30. It's been in the works for a couple of days now that we knew he was definitely going to sign. Leeds did offer him a new contract, tried the hardest to keep him, but you can't deny someone who scored 30 goals in the Championship a Premier League chance. Fair play to him. I'm just a little bit salty that it's Burnley. I've got no disrespect to Burnley fans, but I don't see them as a big Premier League club in the slightest. Of course, they're not. And, you know, they're probably going to be in a relegation battle this year. Again, no disrespect to Burnley fans. I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm just basically saying I would have thought he would have gone someone like maybe like a Stoke or a West Brom. A little bit more of a chance of maybe mid-table than relegation battle. But go on, Burnley. Make me wrong. Prove me wrong. And go finish in the top half next season. I hope he does well. I hope he scores goals for you. I don't mean any, I don't mean any harm to when I say I'm a little bit salty that he's left. Of course I am. He scored 30 goals for us last season. It's going to be difficult for us to replace, but nobody's irreplaceable. If he doesn't want to play for Leeds, I don't want him at Leeds. It's as simple as that. And there he goes. 72 rated on FIFA 17. I think he'll get a nice, I think he'll get what's it called? A non-shiny, non-rare gold card in FIFA 18, but that is his FIFA 17 stats you'll see there. Moving on to another one, we've got Fabian Delph. Now this Fabian Delph card on the left there, you'll see, is actually when he went back to loan with Leeds. Leeds had him as a youngster, we sold him and we loaned him back, and then he's currently at Manchester City. But again, getting linked with a move away. I think Stoke or somebody are linked with him, but again, that's a Premier League club, so he'll probably remain in the Premier League. He was one of the ones which had a lot of talent and a lot of potential when he was younger, but Man City are kind of destroying his potential a little bit maybe with not playing him so much. But, you know, with their midfield, it's difficult for him to get any game time, if not, you know, any at all. So if he's getting something, then you've got to kind of appreciate that he's got some kind of talent. Moving on to the next one now, it's actually going to be a screen of 3 players who don't have Leeds cards in FIFA up to FIFA 10, but definitely play for Leeds in the past. That is James Milner there, Aaron Lennon, of course, and Max Gradel. Now, Max Gradel is actually currently gone out on loan to a French league club, but he played for Bournemouth, so he was technically a Leeds player in the Premier League until he's just currently moved to Toulouse on loan, I do believe. There's a few more players you can probably think of off the top of your head, but again, a lot of loan players I didn't include in these are the likes of Connor Wickham, Jack Buckland, I should say, and of course Carl Bartley is currently playing for Swansea, another player who Leeds had on loan who is in the Premier League, but I just went for players who Leeds definitely had in their club. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be absolutely fantastic. Just having a look back currently after the hype of the Chris Wood move, before I look back at some of the players who've gone on to play in the Premier League, who used to play for Leeds, and a lot of them, you know, have done okay. Some still to prove themselves potentially, and the youngsters, but good luck to them. I hope Leeds replace Chris Wood with a good signing. If you're a Leeds fan, let me know in the comment section below who you like to see us sign. If you're a fan for another club, don't hate on this video because you hate Leeds, just don't watch it. Hope you have a good day. If not, have a better one. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye. Boo!